Hello everyone! Today I want to start off by recommending this company. It's not paid advertising by any means. I bought all this for my own money and I couldn't be happier. The IOD Performance company from Poland. Adjustable dragling. This is absolute unit, as Cletus would say. This is the steering arm that I broke. This one also got the two ends. Look at these monsters, they're like 5 times the size of mine. These are high performance parts. Also the damper steering stabilizer mount for this bar. Yeah, recommend you go check out their webpage. The customer service is really insane. They are really good at their jobs, because I contacted them on Facebook because I couldn't order it to my location from their site. It didn't take more than 5 to 10 minutes. People responded. We discussed everything through email. They answered all my questions about the parts, and in less than a week the parts were in. So again, you can find a lot of things that you can be interested in their website. I will leave the Facebook page and the website in the description. So really, I don't have anything for advertising this, but I was just impressed and so happy I contacted them that I wanted to share this. Now let's go to the intro. Hello everyone, and today we're gonna tackle some small stuff around this. Maybe this video will be a bit extended to a few weeks because I will redo the rear brake lines, but I don't know, we'll see. Got the needed brake line for the front axle that we're gonna change. This is the dirty one. Also, I think I'm gonna tighten down this vacuum tube. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Also, one more thing, I will change one bushing, this bushing there, and take off this diagonal panhard rod, because I need to change the bushing that is on this side. Don't mind this bad boy, just got myself a new tractor. Not new, the first one I ever had. So excited to the lawn mowing season to start. Just tested, works flawlessly. Anyway, enough of that. Also need to, what's with this wind? I think my tent's gonna blow up. Not sure. Anyway, need to put back this panhard rod. Figure out, do I need new brake lines for the rear? Yeah, the stabilizer sway bars, I need to put them on. I guess it's gonna be a lot of time lapses. Hope you don't mind. This wind is really getting out of hand. I hope I can get this off without any issues. We'll see. So let's put on the new. Let's hope it fits correctly. So, small update. I changed the central brake line, but yeah, it doesn't get to the spot I needed to. Not quite sure about that one. Bit scared because for 2-inch lift I don't think there should be changing in brake line length, because the rear fits perfectly with the previous one. Not quite sure what is that all about. But anyway, took out this panhard rod or whatever it's called. I'm gonna change this bushing. Well, not me, I'm gonna take it to the shop and give it to them so they can change this bushing so it's all fresh. Yeah, my stabilizer, I don't think I'm gonna tackle the bushing there. I don't think I need to, because all that's happened is like it looks like this side is pressed in, so it's a bit bent. Not sure. I don't think it bothers me that much to move the whole axle away. I don't know, maybe I'll try a bit, but yeah, mainly I will try to change these ends, put on this front sway bar, then I guess go tackle the rear sway bar, and at the end I guess the mount for the gearbox. There it is. Hopefully all goes smoothly. So I took both of the sway bars. What you saw me do there was I was applying this, what is it called, copper paste or something like that on the screws so I can get them out more easily. So change that bushing there, remove the stabilizer mount from the rear that I also want to paint. And yeah, now what I want to do is take off these ends, and I have here all new set of ends for both of the stabilizers. But for now I will just take off these ends, clean it up, paint it a bit just so it looks tidy. The wind isn't stopping, that's annoying. Anyway, we'll do that, and then when everything is dried off, I guess tomorrow I will come here, put back the sway bars, both of them, and I guess start mounting the gearbox mount. And that will give me basically most of the things needed for the engine install. So if all goes well, next week or week after that we will install the engine. And then there's totally different ball game, because I will need to take off the turbine. A lot of parts will be taken off from the engine, changed, cleaned. For gearbox I have most of the parts, like new clutch and bearings and mostly everything I have there. Only thing I don't have currently is one rubber seal, I would say. This one. Yeah, I kinda don't like that everything is getting in there. But we'll figure that one out. It doesn't look too complicated to fit any sort of bushing, that rubber there. Okay, let's try to figure out these ends. Let's try to get them off. My guests, they're on 14 millimeters. No, they're not. Let's go 17. Yes, they are. So 17 millimeters for the ends here. Let me quickly take them off and we'll see what's next. So I got everything off. The front sway bar the ends was on 19 millimeter heads, not 17. So rear 17, front 19. Here I have everything separated. I will now quickly clean it up, paint it, and then yeah, let it dry. And tomorrow we'll get in, mount those sway bars. One more thing, this steering arm that I broke and I didn't have, I ordered it. It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a performance part, so high durability. That's gonna be fun. And then next week, I hope that next week it's gonna come in already, something like Wednesday, Thursday, and then we'll have this bushing changed, and then I can connect the steering. That's gonna be also a big milestone. And I'm worried that I don't have these painted or cleaned up and those ends. I will do that later, because eventually I will take off the wheel, clean everything there, put back the brake calipers and everything, and then I will take apart that, apply new grease, and we'll clean that one up. Okay, now to the time lapse. Our panhard rod is back with a new bushing, looking pretty. I'll put it back on there, put it back in place quickly, and then we can get back to our sway bars, because they're all painted, dried up, and yeah, we can start adding them back. So I guess let's start with the front sway bar. Let's just quickly put on the ends. I hope I can make it quickly, but I'm not sure. Let's get ourselves 2 of them for each side. It goes on the inner side. Stick it through. We'll see, maybe I'll give it a bit more, and just the cap on top. Just like that, one would be ready. Let me just quickly figure this one out till the end, and then put the other side in. So both ends are up. Now we just need to add our mounts and our bushings. I'm still using the old ones. I guess I will need to start using the stronger ones, but for now I want to skip that part. So it's time to attach the sway bar, stabilizer, sway bar, whatever it's called. I think it's sway bar. So yeah, I already added these metal mounts to the bushings, and what I think is the easiest way to do it, to get them in place, the mounts and lower control arms, there's this one, is to just take the tops and stick them through, just like this. Then attach the bushing and everything on the top of it. And then basically you're all good to go. And you can release it. It stays approximately in place. Let's just quickly do the other one again. Just put it through, fold it a bit, bushing and everything. I won't tighten it down, just screw it in so it holds in place. If I can get it on there. Ah, it's good enough. And now, as you can see, it stays correctly. And yeah, the sway bar, you can see this curved part goes on the driver's side, or on the left side. In case the driver's side, it is on the right side. It goes on the left side because it goes around the exhaust. Where the drive shaft goes, it's basically straight. So yeah, now let's add that mount. Not add, but screw down that mount. Now the front sway bar is in place. Of course, we couldn't do it without any incidents. And yeah, screw broke. Yeah. Well, basically I don't think I'm gonna do anything about it at this point, because it's a sway bar and it doesn't prevent me to continue working on the project. Maybe at some point I will take it off and drill it. Not quite sure. So in the rear, system is practically the same as in the front. Just this rear is easier because these mounts has these like hooks to them, so you can easily hang them up. And yeah, it makes a lot of stuff easier. Let's quickly try to do one without breaking anything. I know that it's gonna be hard, especially for me, because it looks like today isn't my day. So yeah, we hooked it down. Now we can screw it down. Also 14 millimeters for the screws, 2 on each side. So one thing's different from the front side. These ends goes through the outer side, so they align with these mounts. You saw me previously having them on the inside, but after I tried to put them on, figured out that ain't gonna happen. So yeah, just put it through there, rest stays the same. Bushing, metal ring, and yeah, and basically screw them down. I won't screw them all the way down because yeah, I want to, like I said previously, the added weight of the engine and everything, body, interior, then I will screw everything down. Okay, so that was the rear stabilizer sway bar. The front stabilizer sway bar that I messed up. Yeah, really sad about that, but again, it's life. Not the biggest problem, but still annoying. Now, let's figure out the gearbox mount. So, the gearbox mount, it's gonna be held in by 19mm screws. This length. Let me quickly measure the length of it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's 6.5 centimeters or 2.5 inches, I guess. So yeah, the plan isn't fully functional. Still butthurt about the broken screw. I'm gonna hold it up with this jack, hold it up in place, and then I'm gonna try to screw it down. There are 4 screws on each end. As I see, that's pretty tight fit. These screws are almost as big as those holes. Well, not all of them. But yeah, I guess I will later think of some metal, to add those metal rings to them, so it's more stable. But for now, let's get it in place. One more thing to note: you see that 2 holes are closer to our wider. The wider holes go toward the front, closest ones toward the back. So we finally have the gearbox mount. So yeah, the strange thing, the 4th screw isn't this diameter, it's this small one, and it's located like there, the one that's missing. I don't know why. What's that all about? But when I find those diameters, I will screw them in, just so I have all of them. So now the fun part: steering damper and the new steering arm. I think I'm gonna take the old one and adjust the new one to the length of the old one, and also the mount for steering damper. I will adjust this mount there as well, so we have everything in place and as we need. So steering damper I'm gonna be using is again Old Man Emu. This is the code. Again, we'll leave it in the comment section. Hope it focuses enough. Yeah. Yeah, and as if I understand correctly, the dirt guard side goes towards the power steering. Yeah, we have these bushings, basically the same as with the front shocks. The metal ring, bushing, mount, bushing, metal ring, screw it down. We'll get to that part once we adjust our monster steering arm. Ooh, I can be happier. This is really exciting. As I just put them in place, besides the prices that are really acceptable in that company, I like this part, that it's adjustable. Like, I have only 2 inches lift, and I was worried about performance parts because Usually it's for serious cars and serious off-roading with at least 5 inches lifts and stuff like that, big tires. Mine isn't that big, so I'm really happy about this part. Like if we look here, I can screw it down at the exact length that I need, and I don't need to rebuild anything. Also, I didn't buy the rear steering arm because it's okay. That one's okay, and this one isn't. This one isn't, and I only need to change this one. So let's screw them down and then start to figure out the mount. Oh, also about these ends. In the kit, well, in the box, there is included this vent that you can change this screw to that vent, and then you can refill the grease that's inside there and prolong their life. That's really a big plus. So I loosely attached this mount for the damper, and now let's move on to putting it all together, I guess. Now let's do this one, and here I need a bit to let it out a bit. It's so easy to do. Now we just tighten these down. We are almost all good to go. So I already put the bushings in, and now I'm gonna attach it to this side, and then I will measure this one and attach it there. So there you have it. Steering arm and steering damper. Hope I screwed everything correctly. I didn't tighten anything down, same as before. We'll do that once we have everything in place. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Next one most definitely will be the engine and the gearbox. And thanks to everyone who stopped by. Thanks for the big support. Thanks to everyone who comments. Thanks to my friends from Brazil, Poland. Thanks to the company that made this all possible. Well, I made it all possible because I bought it, but still they provided me with it in such a timely manner. I wouldn't wish for better service. So yeah, to everyone that's new, consider about subscribing, and see you in the next episode. Bye.